video today. We have, this is number 34. I haven't been on here in like 10 or 11 days, something like that. Mostly that is because I've just been really busy. It's been 4th of July stuff. Also, uh, I just haven't liked a lot of what I've been seeing, and I haven't been doing great as far as my picks go. They haven't been good in the last 2 weeks. I'm not saying I'm losing everything, but I'm not. It's not been great. Yesterday did okay. But in sports betting, it goes up and down. It's definitely an up and down thing, and that's one of the things I kind of want to talk about today. I do have a pick for you guys today. So I'll jump into that really quick. That way, you guys are, if you just want to watch this for that. I like Miami today versus the St. Louis Cardinals. They've been dominating the Cardinals, which they should. Yesterday's game was a lot closer. But today, Miami's facing off against Flaherty, and Flaherty has walked like 30-something people or something this season. He's basically walking a guy every other inning, and that's a bad habit to get into. He doesn't strike out a guy per inning. It's just Flaherty's a very, very subpar starter, and the very good hitting Marlins, and by hitting very good hitting, I mean as for an average, as for getting on base, the Marlins are one of the best teams in Major League Baseball at doing that. And it's just you're getting the Marlins at like 130 minus 130 at home. Um, the Perez guy that's pitching for the Marlins, his only big knock is he gives up some home runs. Against the Cardinals, that can be tricky, but I just don't think that Flaherty can sustain. I think the Marlins jump out early on them, probably up 3-4 runs early. I think Miami's a really good play here. I believe this is for the sweep as well. And it's mostly a play versus against, playing against Flaherty and Flaherty's ability to stop the Marlins from doing anything. I think the Marlins beat him up early and take him off the field. And then honestly, the St. Louis relievers aren't great either, and that's why the Marlins were able to manage a win last night. So again, this is a spot where you're just getting the better team, a team that's far, far hotter. The Marlins are very hot, right? They're a very hot team. They're playing really well. They're playing really great baseball. They're winning games coming down to the wire. They're winning games out the gate. I mean, they're just a good baseball team. They're looking like a real formidable opponent as a wild card, probably. So, like the Marlins today, Marlins money line. I think it's a good play. It's like minus 130, so it's a little juicy, but it's a really good play at home. Right here before the All-Star break, I believe the Marlins are one of the teams that really wants to be doing good before the All-Star break here. So, I like the Marlins today. On to what I was going to talk about. If you're going to be into sports betting and you're not going to be casual, you're not going to be a casual sports bettor. And what I mean by casual is you're not going to just bet on the big events, or you're just not going to every now and then, or maybe you only bet on Sunday Night Baseball. Like a real sports handicapper, sports bettor, a person that's actually daily sports betting, you need to understand that it's more of an investment. It's more of an investment style approach. You're not going to win everything every day. You're not going to win a bunch of money in 1 week. It's an investment style approach. You're trying to keep up a certain profit level over the course of a month, a season, whatever it is, and then move on to the next one and eventually this creates a source of revenue. And that's where I'm at in my world now, in my sports betting world. It's a source of revenue for me now. So I have dips in that sometimes where it goes the other way, and I try to limit that as much as possible. But you just never can fully limit it. Just because sports are somewhat, the variance kicks in sports. You see good teams lose to bad teams sometimes. I talk about this other times. Sometimes you have the correct handicap. You handicap the game right. Everything you've said is right, and you still lose. And then sometimes you have the incorrect handicap, and you get lucky and win. And so that's why I don't believe in bad beats really or anything, because I feel like for every bad beat out there, you got a lucky win that matched it. you only remember the pain, right? You only remember the bad beat. You don't remember the lucky win where you had, plus 1.5 on the run line and you got a garbage home run at the end of the game, 2-run homer to get you back within one. You don't remember those ones. So, again, it goes both ways. And like every other slump, people always come out of them. And I'm not just talking about myself in particular. Every sports bettor that has any history, amount of any amount of history. What I mean by that is, if you've only made a couple hundred bets, it's not you really haven't done anything. So if you were hitting, if you were hitting at 65%, but you've only made 100 bets, I mean, you've had a great run. But do that for a couple years, and that's usually the telling thing is, can guys sustain it? Obviously I do, and that's where I'm at. And I'm not trying to, like, you know uh, make some kind of excuse here. I'm just telling you how sports betting works and how you should be looking at it as a sports bettor. If you're actually serious about doing it, you should be looking at it as a investment, not as a get rich quick scheme. And I think a lot of guys look at it as a get rich quick scheme, and that's why they get caught up in parlays and, like, you're pairing up plus 300s, and the thought process is, yeah, but if this hits, it's worth all this money, but it's never going to hit. And so, anyways, just what I'm getting at is, look at it as an investment, not as a get rich quick scheme. You'll do a lot better over time. Break your bankroll into smaller units to where you can spread it out over time. It's very similar to stock market. It's very similar to investing. No investment advisor is ever going to tell you, yeah, just put all your money right here. If it hits, hey, you're going to double up, or if it hits, you're going to make all this money. They don't ever tell you that. They tell you to spread it out over investments, whether it's bonds, stocks, all kinds of, commodities, whatever. You tell you to spread it out because then it's easier for you to make money. It's the same thing with sports betting. Break it up into smaller units, spread it out, give yourself a chance to win over time. And anyways, back to that. I just wanted to talk about that a little bit because the slump that I was just in, I actually think I'm coming out of it. I've had some up and down days, but they've been, the slump there for a couple of days was bad. It was bad. I ain't gonna lie. It's one of my worst ones that I think I've had in a long time. Just a lot of things didn't go my way. Bad handicaps, I'd say some of them for sure, where either I assumed something or I didn't vet something enough. That happens sometimes. Sometimes I get in my own way. But I think it's coming out of it. Like yesterday, I went 3-2 on the day, but on the picks that I put out on my thing, on my my workup, I went 3-1. Now on Discord, I added a parlay that we got burned on by Arizona at the end of the game. There, they were up 1-0 at the end and give up 2 runs in the ninth. It was just brutal. We'd have hit a parlay there if Arizona wins. But anyway, back to what I was saying. Today we like Miami money line. This is mostly a fade on Flaherty and me trusting that Miami is going to kind of stick to the plan here and hit the ball, put the ball in play. What they've been doing for a couple months now, just really playing good baseball as far as what they have to do as a team, because they're not full of a bunch of power. So they put the ball in play. They run and steal a lot. They're a reasonably good defensive team. But yeah, they just get it done with a bat. I like it. Their pitching's okay. So yeah, but against St. Louis, they're far superior to St. Louis. St. Louis may have some bigger names on it, but as a team, Miami's a much better team. So again, that's what we like today. Miami money line. I'm probably going to go on 1.5 units because it's like 130 juice. So I'm probably going to go on and cover that so I win a unit here. That's the plan. But anyways, guys, thank you for your time. This is Jacob from Wager Me This.